Hey guys, it's Gabby. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have the do's and don'ts of using gems on your nails, and I'm not going to be using any gels or anything like that, just normal nail polish. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. First off, you're going to need some gems, obviously. I normally get mine from Daily Charm, and I always use the Swarovski, I can't say that word, but they are just so sparkly, and I actually used to get them from Michael's craft store, but they don't have like the really tiny gems, so I switched to Daily Charm. And then you're also going to need some toothpicks to apply little dots of top coat onto your nail, and then you're just going to paint your nails using any color that you want, and then apply your top coat and let that dry down completely. So because I used a matte top coat, I'm also going to use a matte top coat to attach my gems with. So I'm just taking my toothpick and making a little dot in the middle of my nail and then just placing my gem right over that. And then I would definitely use some kind of tool to pick up your gems. So you can use tweezers, you can use a gem picker upper or a wax tool, just something, because trying to use your fingers just makes it a lot more difficult. And then as you can see, once I placed my gem on my nail, I just pushed it down using my tweezers just to like secure it onto my nail. And then I'm just going to repeat this step, except I'm using a gem that's a little bit smaller. So whenever you're using dots of top coat, you want to make sure that the dots are slightly smaller than the gem size that you're using. So basically you don't want to go to push it down and then the top coat oozes out of the sides and looks really weird. So that's why you make them slightly smaller. And then you also want to consider the size of the gem that you're using. So if you have shorter nails, you definitely want to use a really tiny one like the one that I'm using right here. But if you have longer nails like me, you're able to use bigger ones, but I wouldn't use like a giant one because that would just look funny. Oh, and also the smaller the gem is, the longer it's going to last on your nail. So keep that in mind. So as always, here's an example of what not to do. So first, I didn't start off with a dry base. So when I went to push that gem in, it just like messed up my base color and made it dent in. And then right here, I'm using way too much top coat. Like this is just too much. It's bigger than my gem, and it's just, you can see it makes a ring around it and it looks really bad. So don't do that. So you want to make sure that you're just careful with your spacing. So you don't want to put a dot where there's not supposed to be a gem. And then I also like to kind of plan out how I'm going to place the gems just so I know how they'll look on my nail. And then if you forget everything, like everything in this video, please remember this. Do not ever put a top coat over your gems. It's gonna make them look just cloudy and dull and sad, so don't do that. So if you're one of those people that will knock off your gem like 10 minutes after doing your nails, then you should definitely use a nail glue. And this is just a random nail glue that I bought. I mean, any nail glue will work. Even though this does have the precise tip, I still like using a toothpick. I just feel like it gives you more control. So I'll just take a little bit of nail glue and put it on a piece of plastic and then just dip my toothpick in it. I mean, you can use the applicator that the glue has, but that's just like a personal preference. And then again, you're just going to start by painting your nails, adding your top coat, and letting that dry down completely. So, I mean, nothing really changes except the fact that you're using glue. I'm going to apply my dots slightly smaller than my gem size and then push that down using my tweezers. And I kind of hold it a little bit longer since it is glue. I want it to dry down. And then I'm just going to repeat that over and over again. And then again, you want to make sure you're not getting any nail glue on top of the gems because it will make them look dull. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, you just have to be careful whenever you have gems on your nails. Just, don't accidentally bump it against a wall or something because it will probably come off. And these are just two easy methods that you can use to apply gems. Honestly, sometimes I like to I make sure my base is dry, but then I'll apply a top coat and then apply the gems while my top coat is still wet. But I feel like that method is easier to mess up, so I would just stick with these if you're a beginner. Also, I do get a lot of questions like, oh, can you save your gems? Yes, if those things pop off, I will literally put them in my pocket and save them. And then if they're a little dirty, you can just clean off the bottom using nail polish remover. And then I wouldn't clean off the top because it can mess up the shininess of the gem. But yes, save those things if you can. So that is it for this video. I hope this helps you guys out. And as always, if you have more tips that you like to do, feel free to comment those down below. And I will be back next Wednesday with another do's and don'ts. Bye!